Hello guys and welcome here. My name is Asin and welcome back to another of my courses. So before we even start talking about Java and programming, I'd like to thank you all for joining this course. Honestly, for me, it's an honor to help you learning about this topic, and I'm pretty sure you will like this course. So basically, what exactly this course will all be about? So pretty simple. You'll see this course is mostly about programming with Java. So the way I work is pretty simple. So for those of you who maybe took another course with me, you know that I love to work with a lot of examples. So this is exactly what we're going to have in this course. So pretty simple. We're going to have a lot of examples and a lot of practice. So you guys will be able to have the theoretical concepts about Java and the practice. So basically, we're gonna do a lot of practice because for me personally, what's the best way to learn is really to practice. So what exactly is the goal of this course? So pretty simple for me personally when I was creating this course. The main goal of it is really to help you understand what exactly is Java programming and how it works. So there are plenty of other programming languages out there, and Java is really an advanced programming language. So in my opinion, it's the same level as Python. Personally, I think it's a little bit more complicated than Python. My favorite one is Python, but Java is really close to it. So it's an amazing programming language, and my goal here in this course is really to teach you all the basics about it. So basically, we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about well, really from the beginning, which is setting up everything and really writing your first lines of code until the moment that you guys will write a little bit more advanced lines of code. So we're gonna learn to do different tasks, so mathematical calculations, really print some basic stuff, and you'll see it's pretty cool to learn. It's a little bit more different from other programming languages. But for those of you who already have some programming experience, let's say you did a little bit of Python or a little bit of C++, or I don't know, any other programming language, you'll see the logic behind it is pretty much the same. What else we're going to do? So we're going to learn how to create basic applications with Java. So basically when I'm talking about basic applications, you'll see, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's going to be really simple applications that, well, the main goal of those applications is pretty simple, but you'll learn a lot by creating them. It's not because it's simple that it's simple to make. So you'll see there is a logic behind everything that we're going to do in this course. And the goal here is really to teach you how exactly it works and how exactly you can program in really an efficient way with Java. Finally, the goal here of this course will be understanding how to work with basic and more advanced Java features. So we're going to work with different Java features and libraries, and basically what's going to happen in this course is that we're going to use them to perform different tasks. So you'll see we're going to have a lot of really interesting and interactive tasks that we're going to do in this course. In order to help you really learn about this programming language. So for those of you who don't necessarily have experience in programming, don't worry. I'm really starting out from the basics. It's really a beginner's course, and my goal here is really to teach you everything step by step in order for you guys to really become better programmers. Alright, so what exactly will you be able to do by the end of this course? So first thing that you will be able to do is really write and understand lines of code to perform various tasks. So what I'm trying to say by this is that you guys will be able to write down your own lines of code, basically based on what you will have learned in this course. And with those lines of code, you will be able to perform any tasks that you want. Well, maybe not any tasks that you want because some are really complicated to make, but really some basic tasks. And what's interesting is that you will get the logic of programming, and you will start thinking more like a programmer when you will write down your code. So this is my goal here. My goal is not my goal with this course is not teaching you how to write down video games or really complicated things. It's really teaching you the logic behind programming. So this way you guys will understand exactly how to write down basic lines of code, and based on those basic lines of code, you will be able to write down more complex lines of code, more complex functions, and then more complex programs, then basic programs, and then more complex programs. Next thing that we're going to do is really learn to use Java in an efficient way. So basically, we're to perform an operation. Well, if it's a simple operation, we're not gonna write down, I don't know, like 20 lines of code to perform a simple operation. We'll try to be as efficient as possible and really try to not write too much to perform small tasks. If we don't have to write too much, we will not necessarily do it. If we need to write down long codes, well, we'll write down long codes. It's not a big deal. But my goal here is really to help you out, help you being more efficient when you are writing down different lines of code, or basically when you are coding in Java. Finally, it will be, well, another thing that you will be able to do is understanding and being able to use different tricks to write different Java projects. So it's pretty much the same thing as the first one. So basically, you will understand everything that you will write. So my goal here is really not